All right, guys,
Hey.
Let's get going. Welcome to High School Family and Consumer Sciences. We're really excited to be here today, right? Everyone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. So today we're going to start by doing an activity, and it's kind of going to get us into our section. We're starting a new unit, and so this unit is about personal values and the things that are important to us, our motivations, and what drives us. So I'm going to hand out these papers, and everybody take 2, please. Alright. This is kind of like our little warm-up. It's going to be a feel-good game. Get our brain juices flowing. So on the top of your paper, like I've done here, please write your name at the very top.
On both pieces?
Yes, on both pieces. All right. So on the first piece, we're going to take about 2 minutes, and I want you to go through and think about what makes you you. What attributes do you possess? What characteristics do you want to possess? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? I have a couple of ideas on the board of different things that drive us, so our values. So like love, you could say you're a loving person, or that you're fun, or that you really care a lot about money, things like that. And so do you have a question?
Is that kind of like bullet points, or is that more like just written out?
Yeah, just kind of bullet points, like
Okay.
it can even look like this if you want it to be that scattered and
Okay.
kind of a mess, but. All right, so let's take a minute and do that. Starting timer, go. Try and get about 10 if you can. I feel like we need some good, like, chill vibe music going on in here. All right, does everyone have a good list going?
Of 10?
Of like 6 to 10.
I have 6.
Okay, awesome. So now what we're gonna do is play this little game. So kind of just set that off to the side. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this other sheet of paper that has our name on it, and we're gonna pass it to the right. So I'm also gonna play, so I'm gonna be looking at the things you're writing about other people, so make sure that they're nice, they're respectful, but also they're honest, okay? So pass it to the right, thank you. And now we're all gonna take whoever's name is on the top of our paper, and we're going to write 2 to 3 attributes about them that we notice. So it can be things that we write on our own paper, it can be things that we've just seen from day to day. We kind of all know each other from class, so. And then when you've written 2 or 3 things, pass it to the next person. We're gonna go around all the way until you have your own paper back. All right? All right, pass. You what?
Hope I don't do that in spelling.
No, spelling doesn't technically count. Alright, pass. Alright, and this should be the last one, so when you're finished, we're gonna pass it to the person whose it is. Okay, so I want you to kind of look at these two lists, and I want you to compare them, the one that you wrote about yourself and the one that other people think about you. And I want you to kind of just look back and forth. What are the differences? What are the similarities? Who do you think you are, and is there a difference between who you think you are and who the people around you think that you are, or who you can become? Alright, so this is exactly what we're going to be talking about today, is all these attributes come from something. There's a reason that we are the way that we are, that we do what we do, and it's our motivation. And the things that motivate us, we call our values. So these, I want you to kind of write down these vocab words that we're going to go over now. Put them in your student journal. I'm going to check them at the end of the unit to make sure that you're paying attention. You're also going to use these notes for our end of unit section test, so be aware of that. So our values are anything that are important to us. Adam, what's something that's important to you?
Spending time with people I care about.
That's a good one. Why do you think that is? Why do we like to spend time with people that we care about?
Because the relationships add a lot of quality to our lives.
Exactly. I totally agree. We all need relationships. They help us thrive. They help us give us a purpose and a reason for what we do. Do you have something, Sarah?
My religion.
Your religion. That's a good one. We all have different things, spirituality, religion, different ideas of beliefs, whatever you may call it, that drive you to do what you do.
Curiosity.
That is a good one, and I think that's on the board. Nope, it's not. But curiosity is a great one, because sometimes we do things purely because we don't understand or we want more knowledge. And I think a lot of that is schooling or relationships or whatever. We're curious. We're curious people.
Honesty.
Honesty, that's also a good one. Honesty is one of those ones that helps shape us into a person for the rest of our life. If we can really add honesty into our personal values and abide by that, it can change completely who we are. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
You don't have to agree. Okay, so in values, they're split into two different sections. We have intangible and tangible. Can anyone guess what an intangible value is?
Something you can't really grasp or
Okay.
like.
Something that's not physical.
Yeah.
Not physical, you can't grasp. Exactly. So what are some examples?
A lot of these things up here, like fun and honesty and optimism, is not something that like you can buy from a store.
Exactly. So fun and honesty, love, those are some pretty big motivators. Does anybody have an idea what tangible things are?
Family.
Family. Family is tangible.
Money.
Money is also tangible. I mean, people put a lot of work into their, you know, boob jobs and whatever, so. Plastic surgery and fake nails and whatever it may be, you know?
Highlights.
Highlights, yeah. I mean, and guys do it too. Okay. So what do you think, what changes when we have values versus when we don't have values? Do you understand what I'm asking?
So if we don't have values, like things that are important to us, like what changes between
Mhm.
that? I mean, you probably wouldn't do a lot in your life, because I feel like values would be like the things that really do drive you. Like if you value, I don't know, if you value baseball,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like one of your only values, then your entire life's gonna revolve around that. But if you have a lot of different values, and correct me if I'm wrong, then you probably would have a more multifaceted life.
Yes, exactly. That all those different areas of your life come in together and shape you and mold you. And they really do drive us, you know? There's a reason that we're in school right now. Not just because we have to, but because we are here to learn, because we're curious, because we like to have fun. For social aspects, whatever it is, there's always a motivation behind what we do. Okay? So, we're gonna play Kahoot to kind of emphasize this a little bit more, and because I'm sick of writing on a board, and we're all a little bored, right?
Not really.
You're enjoying this? Good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So everyone pull out your phone. Up on the board is the Kahoot pin number thing. Should we turn on this awful music?
Please no.
I love it. Okay. So really these questions, it's a survey. I'm not gonna like dig deep into. I kind of just want to have a discussion about like what is important to you. So this is a survey rather than, wow, creative nicknames up in here. Who's Sharky? All right.
Wow. I can get some fun with this.
We got some real creative people up here. Why isn't this working?
Like, which Connor is that Connor?
My
Yes.
Connor is the hair gel. All right.
I was making a joke.
Okay, are you ready? Which of these tangible things do you enjoy most? So we got newest phone. Do you want the coolest car? The fanciest house? Most in style clothes? To you, what's most important to you?
I don't care about any of it.
Okay. Well, just choose one. Ah! Whoopsies. It's okay, don't worry. Okay. So fancy house. Why do people say fancy house?
Because it's something that you can always just like walk into and enjoy for yourself rather than like other people.
I agree.
It's one that's worth the most.
I put the most work in.
True. It is worth the most. I mean, a house is quite a bit more money than a phone. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Which intangible value best describes you as a person? Are you bold, or optimistic, or respectful, friendly? Which of those four? Okay. So we have one optimistic, two respectful, and one friendly. Does anyone want to care to describe themselves, explain why they chose that?
I chose respectful just because that's kind of like something that's universal. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like no matter what situation you're in, like respect for another person is always super key because it helps them feel like they have value and they actually do have value. So
They do. Good. Anyone else? Okay, well, I like what you said, exactly. Like, when you choose to be respectful, the people around you notice, and it's gonna affect your life. If you choose to be a friendly person and talk to everybody, people are gonna notice that. All right. This thing does not work. Oh no. Help.
do you have like a pad for it or?
Where did it even go?
Oh, I found it. Okay. No.
You can use this.
maybe if you just scroll around the thingy on the bottom.
Oh, there you go.
I know, but I can't get it over.
You're close.
Uh,
So close. Nice.
Next. Okay. What do you
Oh, I took
seek
my
in
phone.
life? Peace, happiness, love, or money?
Mine's not loading.
Mostly love. Then we got a peace, then we got a happiness. No one chose money. Why did no one choose money?
It's temporary.
It is temporary,
It's
which
also
means it's a what value?
tangible value.
Also what?
Also tangible value.
Yeah,
So that's something that kind of goes into all three of these things.
that's true. I definitely agree. Peace, love, and happiness. And that's kind of what this lesson is about, is that these things are the most important. That we can try our whole lives to gain as many tangible things as we want, and that's important. We need to have those. But it's these intangible values that are going to be the most important in the long run. Okay, what negative consequence is the worst? So meaning like, would you rather feel guilt all the time, or anxiety, unhappiness, or have no self-esteem?
You would rather what you would least rather have.
You would least rather have. It's like, what like freaks you out the most? What do you fear the most? Being unhappy, or having anxiety all the time? Guilt. So most people chose guilt. Can anyone elaborate?
I chose guilt.
Yeah? Why do you say guilt?
Well, because guilt means that you did something wrong.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones, that doesn't necessarily come because of something that you've done. So I feel like it's,
Hmm.
I don't know, more, I don't know, able to like turn that attitude around or whatever.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
like the guilt, if it comes from something you've done, then it's, I don't know, that just seems the worst.
I would agree. And I think everybody's is going to be a little bit different, that there are different things that drive us. And that's okay. So we are running out of time, so I'm going to end with an exit ticket. So if everybody in your student journals that you've already started taking notes in, if you could write down one value that you want to shape your life around. Something that really will be your driving, your motivating force. So for me, my example is love. That's really what I want to shape my life around, that I really want to dig deep in and learn more about myself, and that I want to do things because I love the things and because I love the people. And if you could, write a little bit about why you want this.
That's a hard question.
It is a hard question.
Hopefully they'll get graded on this part.
No, it's not for a grade. It's just to make sure that you were here and you're paying attention, you understand values a little bit more. And I also want to know who you are, what drives you. All right, so I'll take a look at those at the end of the unit, and I might look through them actually tonight also, just kind of see what everybody's saying. I hope that you guys can feel the power that you can have in the world. That with good values, really it can shape your life. It will change everything that you do. That these values that we try and teach you in school are not just to help you get good grades or make friends, but they're going to be useful for the rest of your life. That everything that we do is really trying to help you be a better person. And I know we don't take a lot of time to think about those things or to really understand why we do things, but just know that there's always a driving force, that our values are important to us, and that if we take a minute and reevaluate our lives to think about what we're learning and what we're doing, that there's a reason behind it. I hope you guys find strength in who you are and who you can become. If you don't have these values, if there's not something that drives you, search this week. Look for it. Find out what really is the motivating factor for you. And I will see you next week.
Woo!
Class dismissed.